Welcome to another video. Oh geez, I hate doing intros. Today we're going to have a look at this. This is a knife from a company called Odenwolf. It's a German company. And yeah. Okay, let's pause real quick. This is a very long review. I get it. Not a lot of people want to watch 25 minutes, 20 minutes of a knife review. So let me hit the points that you need to know about this knife. First of all, let's get this out of the way. If you like this content, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind later. This is an Odenwolf knife. It's made by a German company. It's made to high standards. It's made out of 440C stainless steel and it's tempered very well. I even believe they temper the spine of the knife. Now I did beat on this knife a fair amount, cross-cutting straight through hardwood with it, and it did not chip, the edge did not roll. I scraped a firesteel with it quite a bit, 2 separate firesteels, and there were no marks, no deformations, anything on the spine of the knife. It's very well tempered. I would honestly recommend, and I do recommend this knife. It's full Tang construction, if that means much to you. To me, as long as the knife withstands a bit of use, I don't care if it's full Tang or not. It's not a very heavy knife. If you're going to buy this knife, and I recommend that you do if you're in the market, get the W2 or W3. The W1's fine, but the sheath differences are worth it to have the W2. It attaches to your belt with a better system. It clips on there, and it just seems like a more polished sheath. I don't think of anything else to say. It's a great knife, excellent made from a great company, and on to the review. Anyway, this is a knife from a company called Odenwolf. It's actually German, Odenwolf. I don't know how they pronounce it, but they got a cleaning cloth in here. This is the way it comes packaged up. It's got these little things here. Take part in a photo contest. I don't really do that. Thank you for your new purchase. Congratulations on your Odenwolf product. Comes well packaged, I'll say that. But this is the part I like the best. They've got 3 different versions, the W1, W2, W3. That has nothing to do with the steel. That's just version numbers. This is the W2 because that's I wanted the belt loop. This thing is kind of sweet actually. It's got a lock, so its lock is off. It says off, but I guess that means its lock is off when it's on. That, and then you can pop it open, put it on there. It's got these little plastic spacers. These things are removable. Anyway, pop it on your belt like that. That makes it just easy to get on and off. That's pretty cool, I think. And then, of course, lock is off, even though it is on, and you can't push it. You can't get it open. It's in there pretty good. The sheath is, if you have had mora knives, which, I mean, let's be honest, for outdoor people that like knives, then we all have moras. They're the kind of the quintessential bargain style knife. They got good knives, they got bad knives. I hate the spark. I know I get a lot of hate for that, but I think the spark is a piece of crap. If you strike a fire steel with the spine, the one that it came with, it scuffs up the spine and it literally dents it. So that's not cool in my opinion. So anyway, the sheath feels a lot like that material. It sits in there quite nicely. Pop, but the thumb pusher bit here is more comfortable on this, and it's kind of has a pop. Time will tell how well that lasts. I can see inside here how it's held in there. I know it's just a tensioning system, but for the life of me, oh, there's little swollen bits in there. I don't know if you can focus. There it is right there. That glinty bit in there, that's it. So that it grips onto there. Very similar. It's a very reliable system. So I mean, who's upside down doing this though? Let's be honest. That your knife's not coming out of there. It's probably nylon reinforced plastic. Yeah, I don't know much about plastics because I don't. This is the knife, 440 stainless. I'm not a big fan of blade coatings. I know some of them are supposed to be harder than the steel that they're on, but they just, to me, they kind of look tacky. Granted, I ordered it, so who's to say? And it seems a lot like this one right here. Seems a lot like this one. This one is 1095 steel, 440. So I think that's a harder steel. It's a carbon steel, but I might be wrong. This being the Gerber Strong Arm. I don't take this one out very often, simply because of it's not that comfortable to hold, especially if you want control making things. The wood you're cutting is going to be out here, which is too far away from the hand. This one is easy to choke up on. Got a really small sharpening choil. I love this handle. I've had this in my hands a couple times, and I just absolutely love the feel of this handle. It's comfortable, it's grippy, but it's not like that Schrade I did a review on. It was like holding a metal file or a wood rasp. And I like the shape of the blade. That's going to hold a firesteel spark a little bit easier, I think, than just a 90-degree spine. And supposedly they do have a 90-degree spine. I think the paint coating here, it may not be paint, but whatever coating is on this kind of detracts a little bit from that 90 degrees. But we'll see here in a bit when we go make a fire with it. Alright, welcome to my little test platform. Got the gloves because it is 18 degrees out here. And that's kind of cold for this area, so here we go. The Odenwolf knife, I've done nothing to it yet. That's a good batoning stick, right? So, Sheath, you stay there. Let's see how it does cutting straight across it, huh? Oh, no problem at all. No problem. Edge, no damage. Do that a couple more times. Why don't? This is not fully dry, so just bear in mind. But it is frozen, so. Ah, yeah, that cuts that just fine. This is cherry, so it's not a soft wood. I'm just gonna smack it through and kind of pry like that. That's not good for knives, but we're doing it anyway. All right, so it handle split. Obviously, it's gonna baton well. That's just a given. Any knife can do that. How about cross cut with on a dry piece of hardwood, huh? Cherry, pretty hard wood. Of course, it takes a lot longer to get through, but that's all right. And no visible damage. I don't see any rolling. I don't see any. Still pretty darn sharp, so I'd say that's pretty good. Let's do it a couple more times, why don't we? This thing, not liking this task. That's right where a knot was, so you can feel that going through there, that's for sure. This down here is aspen. Maybe we'll try to cut through it. I'm real, like when I get through it sinks into this frozen log. So where are we? I'm not hitting this lightly. So yeah, if you're gonna baton, why not just go all the way and do a frozen log, huh? Why do just sissy stuff? How am I gonna get this out? Problem for another day. Actually, I might be able to just split this thing with this knife. I'm not really into beating on knives. This isn't going to get hammered into something and stepped on like a ladder. If I need to do something like this, it's going to be done with a hatchet or an axe. That's just the tool that's meant for the job is always going to do it better than one that's not. Again, let's have a look here. Yeah, no damage. I do have a slight, well, no, that's just a mark. I can run my thumbnail across the blade, and if I felt any kind of deform, I would feel it right away. If the blade had been chipped or dented or rolled, you'd feel that pretty quickly. Everyone's favorite task is making feather sticks. It does have a steep grind, so, and I'm not very good at making feather sticks, so don't judge the knife based on my skill. But even after whacking on it like that, it still feels just as sharp as it did before. It completes this task easy enough. I will be modifying the edge slightly. It did that so well, I don't want to do it a lot. I'm going to save these shavings, put them here in the garden, and make a little fire with it because I want to see how well it strikes a ferro rod. But I do have to come at this at a pretty steep angle to do the scraping. Now if you have fat wood, the best way to scrape fat wood is with your spine. Oh, that does dig in. I was a bit nervous about that. Really? Life light going overhead. It's the outdoor YouTuber's curse. You can be in the middle of nowhere and a plane will come over the top. The end is always bad because you pop that off and it flies out into nowhere. But yeah, that feels good. It does scrape just fine. So if you have fat wood, you can do this number and gather those shavings. If in fat wood, they stick together better, but that's pretty good. Again, it does have a steep grind. It's probably feels like a 25 to 30 degree angle. I prefer 17 to 20, some are 15, some are in there. But again, that has more to do with the steel than it does the knife. The steel can only withstand so much. So you have to do it the way the steel wants to be done, so to speak. About chopping. The knife does have a little bit of heft, so chopping, I mean, it's not heavy. It's not a heavy knife, but because of the way this is ground up here, it has a little more weight for the chopping front there. And I really, really do like that. But that'll chop just fine. Not, again, bring the tool it does the job, is meant for the job. Like you want to chop stuff, get a hatchet, get an axe. A knife is just not a good performer. The more tasks a tool is supposed to complete, the worse it does overall at them. And like I said, once you get used to a knife's grind, you should be able to complete all the silly bushcraft tasks like feather sticks and whatnot. This is a fine knife though. I really like this knife. I figured I would when I first saw it. I don't remember where I first saw this actually. It might have been Instagram actually. I don't know. I heard, it might have been Amazon, or no, it was Amazon. I was looking for a knife with a 90-degree spine at a reasonable price. I found this. You can get this from anywhere between $29 and $59, I believe, or $49 on the high end. And the higher end one comes with more of a Gerber strong-armed style flexible nylon sheath. But I don't know that, and it comes with a striker. I think that's the story there. This is the W2, so that would be the W3. This is the W2. The W1 comes with what looks to me like almost the identical sheath that I want to say silky. I know it's not silky. That a mora knife would come with. All right, one thing I do want to try: rip tip. I know this is going to be just fine, but people will complain if I don't do a tip test. So we're going to do a tip test on the frozen wood here. This is such a stupid thing to do with a knife, though. Why would you do this? You want to, like, gouge chunks out of a piece of wood? Get a drill. I don't know. I guess if you're making a hole and you don't want to control it. Yeah, straight as an arrow. How about end grain? People be like, it doesn't do end grain well. Or hardwood. How about hardwood? We'll do hardwood. We'll do cherry here. Cherry on a knot. Stab the knot. Again, I wouldn't do this with a knife. Oh yeah, it's full tang too. I don't know if that matters. It doesn't matter to me, but some people like the full tanginess. But have a look. Let's That tip is as straight as the day it came out of the box. But look, I don't know if you can see this. Let's see if I can zoom in here real close and show you the angle at the tip. Is that easy enough to see? How it's a very steep grind. It's a very strong grind. You can definitely see it on the tip. You have a look down the bevel. Don't judge the knife by the user. My brother looked down there, he's like, the bevel's crooked. I don't see what he's seeing. Yeah, I don't see that it is, and when I change it slightly, it'll be fine. All right, let's chop a piece of wood for it. Rickety, rickety, rickety. So you don't chop with the knife. It's not meant for chopping, and it hurts your hand. I'm scuffing up my rod hand. Come on, that's not what it's meant for. Again, you want to chop, get an axe. I mean, for a knife, it chops just fine. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Making hot things out of cold things. Got my kindling. No, I did not make all these shavings with the knife. I know someone's going to say it. You didn't do all the work. Alright, here we go. Well, this, just a regular old big striker with the striker already on there. See, this is why choose a ferro rod. This is wet. Works great. Oh, wow. Slight difference, but I think that has to do more with the coating on the blade, like I said earlier. So let's but it does it good enough, right? It's a little uncomfortable to hold to strike with because of this this bit on the handle there, because it kind of digs into my knuckle, but I got an abnormally large knuckle from cutting myself up. But it's striking us no problem. Love this. That's the way most bushcrafters do it, is they get in there like that. Like I said, you do you, boo-boo. You put your fire out like I did. Ooh, there it goes. Typically, you put your fire out. Alright, now the test that I'm looking forward to right here. Does it damage the spine? I'm going to run my thumb along here. No, it does not. And actually scraping that paint off, it does reveal a much sharper spine. I like that. I like that a lot. Without this paint that's coming off, that is so much better. Yeah, I really, really like this knife. I really do. Now, if you want to reprofile the edge, this is what I suggest. This is a diamond stone with a ceramics back. I bet if I run this thing on here just right, I can put the shaving edge on. Now, does this shave? That's the question. After all that beating, will it shave? That's actually quite impressive. It does pop some hair off. That is kind of cool. Come have a look at this. It'll focus on me arm. You see that I don't have any hair? That's just with a strop, even after whacking it on sticks and stuff. Apparently everybody loves seeing knives shave hair off. Personally, I don't think it's that special. It's easy to get any knife to shave, but there you go. Odenwolf W2. This is a black version, and that's pretty darn good, I'd say. Definitely gonna add to my arsenal. I highly recommend it. It's an easy recommendation from me. Welcome back to the garage. I just wanted to hurry up and finish this review of this old Odenwolf knife. I touched up the edge a little bit just to make it more what I would like. I used it a bit more. I took it on my DC4 sharpening stone and just reprofiled the edge. It's scary sharp now. Say you want a hair that you need gone. Let's see if I can make this see what I'm cutting here. How about this hair right there, or that patch of hair? It just pops it right off. With just the slightest touch at taking hair off. That is fun. That right there is a fun knife. I'm missing hair. It's most of it's gone. That's what happens when you play with knives, kids. You lose all your hair in your arm. Like, I'm not using hardly any pressure at all. I'm just touching it to the hair. It's taking it right off. Just, it'll split hair. It's scary sharp, and that took about 10 minutes. You can see some of the black paint is gone right here along the edge. And then it's got some scuff marks here from splitting the wood. But it's very sharp. The steel's very hard. It's remarkably hard. I was quite surprised that it took, with a diamond stone, it still took about 10 minutes to do that. But now, where is my piece of wood? Oh, I burnt my wood. What am I thinking here? Now, it'll have no problem making the tiniest little curls. I don't know if I'm going to do this. I might as well do it right. But it's 12 degrees in my garage right now, so I'm out here with short sleeves and can hear a heater going next to me. Anyway, this is going to be fun. I'm quite impressed with this knife. I absolutely love it. Like I said, it is full tang. It strikes a fire steel. I can't talk. It strikes a fire steel very well. The handle's comfortable. It's easy to hold on to. I think the blade length is perfect, and it's going to be so much fun. It has a great point on it. The steel, the way they've heat treated it, is amazing. It's tough, it's durable, it holds an edge well, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of this knife, the Gerber Strong Arm, and this is a classic strong knife. It gets abused and abused. There's a channel out there that's opened a 50-gallon barrel drum with one, and no, Odenwolf is not a step behind it. In fact, it's easier to make feather sticks on and such because your blade is closer to your hand by about half an inch here, and so yeah, it's also a hair lighter, obviously a thinner blade, but I'm not kidding. It's gonna be my go-to. It'll be my number one. I've been using this one a lot, but you inevitably will ding your edge, and a Scandi grind, aka the chisel grind, is going to take more work to maintain and sharpen because of the amount of material you have to remove to fix your bevel. But this is great. I love it. Sheath's awesome. Yeah. And look forward to seeing this on some more videos. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want to see more, subscribe, and yeah, we'll do it. Get yourself one. Well worth the cost. Again, we will see you on the next adventure. Bye.